Beautiful people, can we get a drum roll? It is Monday, the best day of the week, and let me tell you why. Because I have somebody in the basement who's going to take part in probably 80 questions with me. So good luck. If you know who it is, drop some green love, drop his name. If you don't, you're going to have to check the channel out. It's the one, the only, ParaLife TV,
Yay.
aka Shane. I don't know
Hey,
if you're
thanks for having me.
Yay!
80
So-
questions. I like that.
I don't know if it's going to be 80 questions, but just be forewarned at one moment in
Yep.
time, because I love to talk fast. I will do a speed lightning round of, 2 minutes of instant questions. It's like, just because I love to keep my speed.
Yeah.
So, beautiful people, if you do not know Shane is wonderful. Shane,
I'm turning
I
red.
met Shane early mornings on my live or his live, I don't remember. But either you were going before me or I was going after you or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember how it worked out, but yeah.
It was early in the morning.
Yeah.
We're morning
Yeah.
people. But he's cheating
Yeah.
because he's an hour ahead. So he's kind of cheating a little. Tell people, where are you from?
I'm from Fredericton, New Brunswick. If you don't know where that
Woohoo!
is, you know where that is? Yeah, in Canada.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know where New Brunswick is, but
Okay,
we're
the
on the East Coast.
Maritimes. Yeah,
The
the East
Maritimes,
Coast.
yeah. Yeah, we're called the Maritimes with Nova Scotia, PEI, and then throw in Newfoundland or the Atlantic provinces because we're all on the Atlantic Ocean. We all
Yeah.
have a piece of the ocean. So, yep.
So before we start any further, Shane, because I got beautiful people crew in the house. Say hey to Danny.
Nice. Hi, Danny.
Glenn. Let's see. It's Shane. Look at my Glenn nose. With the green hearts. Give him love.
I remember the hardest time when Michael Ann, I wasn't sure how to pronounce her name. And I was like, Michael Leanne, Michelian. That was when she
It's
came up
funny
on my
that
lives.
people call it Mich. I was like, where's the H in there? I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's maybe because I'm a visual person, so I was like,
Yeah.
I just look at the words, but it's all good. Look at this. Danny's like, Michael Ann, I got you beat. You put 5. Watch out, people. It's a hug fest. But yeah. So, anyways, tell people your official long channel name because it is pretty long.
It's pretty long. See, it's ParaLife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja. And I don't know why I added that. There's always just ParaLife TV at first. And then I don't know why I added your everyday wheelchair ninja. I can't remember what I was doing
like the word wheelchair and ninja in the same sentence. And it gives you extra street cred. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I might have been fooling around with a spatula. And I was like, hey, I'm a ninja. And then it's a wheelchair ninja. That's what it was. I was cooking breakfast one morning or whatever. I just kind of fooling around with a spatula. So I named myself the wheelchair ninja.
And I can tell you, I've watched Shane quite a few times use his spatula in the morning on his live.
Oh, yeah. I haven't showed you everything yet.
Well,
I haven't done a morning live in a while. It's about
yeah,
time,
I know you haven't. So people in the chat, if you know what Shane likes to cook for breakfast, you put it in chat. Well, we'll get back to you, see who's right or wrong. And some of you know the answer, so shh, don't give them away,
Or I won't say anything. I'm out of one ingredient.
No, I know which that one is.
Yeah, I haven't had that in 3 or 4 days now. I keep forgetting to pick it up.
I know, and it's winter, so it's a little cold.
Yeah.
I get it. So, tell the people, why did you start your YouTube channel?
It was during COVID. Well, back up a little bit. I just kind of told you this before. I was watching YouTube for years, and I always thought of starting a YouTube channel just like everyday life and wheelchair, and show people that you can have a life in a wheelchair. But I was always way back, and we just had kids, twins, boy, girl twins, and it was quite busy, full-time job, playing sports. and I just kind of put in the back burner, and I never did. And then finally, when COVID hit, we were locked down in the house. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. My kids are old enough now, and I put up some workout videos and start that way and see how it goes, just to help people, get people motivated and get them going, right? So did it. I enjoy it, and there's a whole side of it that I never knew was there. That's the community part, like meeting people like you, and just connecting with other channels and doing these lives. I had no idea that existed. I thought you just did a video, you pop it on and just let it ride. I didn't know
There's
you could
magic.
interact. Yeah, I didn't know you could interact like this with people. Like I was talking to somebody in Australia, on their channel, chatting about sports, comparing ice hockey to our football to their rugby or football or whatever it is there. So, yeah, it'll work out. I do gingerbread houses too, and maple syrup.
Yeah. How do you get them to How do you get them to stand? What's your secret?
The gingerbread house?
Yeah.
Well, the first one we did, we had no idea, right? And it was just flopping all over the place. So we kind of learned. Actually, my wife told me, okay, my wife said, she told us how to do it. She said, let it cure first. Have your icing and stuff and let it cure. Then you stick your stuff in and then it'll stay up, right? And with your, if you're putting your candies on the roof, just put your icing on first and let it cure for a few minutes or whatever. Then you stick and it won't slide off. So, yeah.
Do you want to know what I learned this Christmas?
What's that?
It brought gingerbread level to next level. You can make simple syrup or caramel very easily with brown sugar or white sugar and water.
Yep.
Well, you boil it until it starts getting a little harder, dipping up towards candy. You dip it in, stick it, and it hardens because it's a hard candy. I know. See? And then icing sticks on it afterwards, and and it
nice. So you just do
so it looks like melted. It looks like it dry. It looks like a sheet of ice if it melts a little too much.
Oh wow, yeah, ice effect.
So it's like black ice on your.
Ice, yeah, watch your step. Don't go.
So for the people who don't know, Shane is in a wheelchair, as he said, and this guy. What was your first viral video? Do you remember what you were doing in your first viral video?
It was the one just showing people how I walked with my forearm crutches, I think. I don't know what considered viral, like how many views you get, but it continuously is getting more. Like it gets like 300-400 a month or something like that. It just keeps accumulating that way. So slowly, but it's getting up there. But yeah, it's just showing people how I walk, just with my forearm crutches and my braces.
Do you remember the one that you're like, this is how I slide myself in my vehicle from my chair, disassemble it, pull it over.
Yeah.
That one went like insane in 2 days. And you're like,
yeah,
I don't know how. I was like, but for people who like me, I'm like, I just walk. I don't get it. So I'm like, I'm going to watch this a few times going, this is brilliant. This guy's genius.
That's what we have to do. Yeah. It's like, if you want to go I'm very fortunate that I can walk. I can stand up. So in my minivan, I think I showed another video of my minivan where I can stand up, open my sliding door and throw my chair in full. I don't have to take it apart. But before I was able to walk, when I first got injured the first couple of years, I wasn't really strong enough. I didn't regain a lot of recovery. I had to take my chair apart every time I wanted to go. And I'm a very busy guy. I like to go places. And it's just a pain in the butt. Take my chair apart. And then eventually, like I said, I ended up getting some strength where I could stand up and throw it in the back. And very, very fortunate I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we have Christina's in the house. Hey, Mrs. Dyson. Hello to the fam jam who's probably watching.
Hello.
There you go. So, quick question. Can we ask?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can or not. You'll tell me no or not. How did this all happen? Because I assume, were you born with this or not?
No. I was 22 years old. I was actually living in Kenora, Ontario.
Oh, that's a
You
nice
know, you
area.
know. Oh, I love it out there, Kenora. I've been there twice. I've been back since my accident. That was in 2005 or 2004. But anyways, I was out in Kenora, Ontario, living with my brother and his family. And moved out there for the summer just to work. And then I was planning to go to Lindsay, Ontario, to take forestry
Nice.
in Lindsay. But anyways, one night I was just out with friends, drinking, partying, having a really good time, like I did every Saturday night. And to get to my friend's place, we'd have to walk across an overpass bridge. And I leaned over the rail too far, and being a little, lack of judgment, so to speak, tipsy. I
A little
tipped over. I
loose.
leaned over too far. I'm pretty tall. I'm 6'1", and it's like a really short railing, and I just top heavy, and I flipped over and landed about 40 feet in between railroad tracks. So again, I'm very thankful I didn't hit the tracks.
Yep.
And a lot of things, as bad as things went that night, a lot of things really good went that night to help me get where I am today. You know what I mean? So so I fell 40 feet and I broke my back. It was a compressional spinal cord injury, my T12 level. So just around my belly, just below my belly button, around there.
Okay.
T12L1, incomplete. So incomplete meaning that I still have motor function and feeling below that lesion. And it wasn't
Gotcha.
like that at first, though. It wasn't like that at first. It was just a thing that when you have a cut, it heals over, right?
Yep.
So the nerves were still trying to connect, but they didn't fully connect. Or I should say, okay, see, these are my nerves here together. And when I
Mm-hmm.
fell, they kind of just tweaked a little bit,
Yeah.
twisted. So it's incomplete. If it's a complete lesion, the nerves would be totally pulled apart and they'd never grow
Gotcha.
back together. So I still had some signals going through with this twisted a little bit. So yeah, so I got very lucky, very, very lucky, very fortunate and thankful. But it was my own fault. I didn't blame anybody, or I wasn't pissed off at anybody, but myself at first. Thinking, oh gosh, I was in a coma for a week. So they took me to Winnipeg because Kenora, is a very small.
Yeah, and it's
small.
closer too.
Yeah, so Winnipeg is the closest trauma center I could go. They could take me, so I went there, and I woke up a week later at a coma, and I had seen my mom, seen my dad, seen one of my brothers. And I was like, uh-oh. I was like, what did I basically was like, what did I do now? Because I knew I was in trouble. And to tell you the truth, like I say this, that I was in so much pain from my waist up, because I hit my head too. Shoulder was messed up. My back, like my side, I was in so much pain in the upper body. I didn't realize I couldn't move my lower body because I just was not moving anything. You know what I mean? My head was pounding.
You didn't want to move your head, didn't want to move your shoulders. You're like, I'm just gonna chill.
Yeah, I was in so much pain, and so the doctor ended up coming in and said that I had an accident, and I broke my back, spinal cord injury, and then I would never walk again. So I was like, I said, gee, thanks, doc. I was like, I don't know,
This 22-year-old is like, thanks, doc.
Yeah, I was like, thanks, doc, telling me that. So anyways, so that's how it happened. And
I'm sure the drugs helped out a bit, right? Just like
they did.
Thanks.
Yeah. Painkillers came in handy there for a little bit, for a while. Yeah.
How long was your recovery?
I was in Winnipeg hospital for 2 months. They didn't operate. Thankfully, they never operated because of compressional. They just didn't want to touch me. They said bed rest. Although during that bed rest, I ended up getting a pressure sore.
Yeah.
Because they weren't turning me. They weren't turning me frequently until they realized I had a pressure sore. Then they started turning me. So 2 months in Winnipeg, and then I had a decision to make, was to stay in Winnipeg for my rehab or go back home to New Brunswick to the Stan Cassidy Center of Rehabilitation for Spinal Cord Injury or Head Trauma. And so I was like, well, that's a no-brainer. I got to go home. That's where my family is. Like, my brother and his family live in Kenora, but my mom, dad, all my friends, everybody, they're all
your
there.
whole support system.
Yeah, exactly. So I got to go home. And I ended up taking a flight. It was actual, it wasn't like a commercial. It was like an air medic plane, I think. It was horrible. It was horrible, loud, noisy, bumpy. But anyways, I made it home. And then Stan Cassidy. So that would have been November. I had my accident.
Oh,
Got left Winnipeg in January sometime and went to New Brunswick. January, February, March, April. So it was 4 months in the Stan Cassidy. Yeah, 4 months.
wow. Thank you to
Yeah.
those wonderful people.
Yeah. And I checked myself out. I said, that's enough. I said to the doc, because I went fishing every, so it was May. It was May I checked out. Because the long weekend in May, always go fishing with my brothers and my uncles and whatnot. And I said, well, I'm not missing a fishing trip. So I'm going to go camping. So we set it up where we go way out in the outback for 4 days fishing and just having campfires and all that kind of stuff. So when I came back that Monday or Tuesday to my doc, I said, hey, doc, I just spent 4 days in the woods. I think I can spend, the rest of my time. I think I can get out of here and go home. He's like, yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I have a question. What kept you focused during that whole time? What was your focus? Was it I'm going to walk? Was it I'm going to defy rules?
No, it was to lead example. Like my nephew at that time would have been my brother staying with out in Kenora. He was 4 years old, 5 years old. And I made a promise to myself and to him that I wouldn't give up, that I would try my best just to and make a good example for him so he could see what I'm doing, that I never give up in that, because he was my only nephew at the time. Oh, sorry, no, I had another nephew too. He was just born. He would have been 2 years old or something like that. But Jacob, he knew what was going on. He knew I was hurt and it was serious, right? But yeah, so I made a promise to him that I would I'd do my best to get through it and just never give up, keep going.
Yeah, that's what you kept your promise.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Does he still remember that promise?
I don't think so. I think he was too little to remember that. But I told him, like when he got older, I said, this is the reason why where I am today. Not one of the reasons where I am today is because of you. Because when I seen his look on his face when he first came into the Winnipeg hospital to see me, he wouldn't even look at me because he knew something was horribly wrong. Like, Uncle Shaney, you're not supposed to be in bed with your head bandaged up and all this kind of stuff and tubes coming in and out of you. So he knew something was really wrong. And he took that first visit, he just never looked at me the whole time. So it broke my heart. But I understood, right?
Yeah.
Understood.
Because kids understand Band-Aids. They don't understand cords and tape. But yeah.
No, they don't. No. But yeah, so then visits after that, I got better, and he was just the same old, because he realized I was the same guy,
Yeah.
the same old happy-go-lucky, let's go type thing. So yeah.
See, our friend Danny. Yep, I have a rare syndrome, and I never give up. Exactly, Danny. You just never give up.
Keep on going. It's like I say, keep on rolling for me.
Hi, Sandra, the supporter. Here's some hugs. Here's some love.
Here's some hugs.
Drop some green hearts for Miss Sandra. Yeah, I agree. There's always, I said, behind every story, there's always something that people focus on to keep them through. Yeah. And mine is similar to you, because when I was diagnosed with cancer when I was young, I said, it's okay that you gave it to me. You didn't give it to my 2-year-old nephew.
Yeah.
And I went to see him with mom. And I said, I'll see you in a year because I'm really sick and I'm going to take care of myself. And 2-year-old didn't understand, but he goes, why are you wearing a hat? Because, shave your head, right? Why are you wearing a hat? So, and my niece who was 5, she asked me, she goes, so are you going to get better? I said, oh yeah, I got plenty of cells in there to take care of that.
Yeah.
This kid was fascinated by cells after I said, she might be a scientist. Well, now she's a nurse, but close enough to me. And I always said, I was like, when they said, I think you're in denial, I said, you don't know me. I have a good positive attitude. Just tell me where the finish line is, and I'll show you how fast I'm going to get to it.
Yeah.
But at some point, I was like, is it there yet? But I still kept
Oh
going.
yeah,
Right?
we all think that from time to time. Like, yeah, we all
Yeah.
think that from time
Close,
to
close,
time.
V. Close, close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, oh, it's somebody's cousin. So whose cousin is it? Danny's cousin? Your cousin? Whose cousin? I don't know. Christina, is this your cousin? Yeah. I don't
No, I
drink like
don't.
that anymore.
No. Yeah, yeah, no, I don't do that anymore. I don't drink like that anymore.
Yeah, same here.
And
I
then
don't drink no more.
yeah. Yeah, true. I mean, like when I got out of the Stan Cassidy, it wasn't like, you know, I still went out with friends to the bars and stuff. I still had fun. I still
Yeah,
partied, but I mean it wasn't,
yeah.
you know,
You're all different from it.
I was still young. What's that? Yeah. And then it's then when I met my wife and had, kids and stuff that all grounds you, right? So
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
get older. And I had goals. I had things I wanted to do, like in a career, that type of thing. I went to school, and I said they can't do all that partying and drinking. I couldn't handle
Yeah,
that, and doing my sports with all that kind of stuff too. Is I guess nah. So, but it's
perfect. So, question:
yeah.
when you're going through COVID, everything's shut down at your house. You pop on YouTube and you're like, what? Well, what made you say I'm following my life, or you just said there's a niche that's not filled out, like, or you just said, you know what, everybody else is putting themselves out there, put my face there too. Like, what was the initial?
Well, that's a good question. See, I in my community, I help a lot of people with spinal cord injuries and stuff like the
Mhm.
Stan Cassidy rehab where I went. Um, I'll often get a call from a nurse or a recreational therapist or somebody to come in and say, "Hey, can you come see this person and show them your wheel basketball chair or your hand cycle or this or that?" And I'll bring my equipment in and show them, and they can try it out and talk with them. Or I'll just talk to somebody, a newly injured patient that can't even get out of bed, and I'll come in and I'll introduce myself and kind of tell them my story and how I kind of came out of it. So I was always helping people that way, and I always enjoyed it, right? And then when COVID locked down, I was like, okay, I'm stuck in this house.
And
And
I
then I was
can't
like,
do
well, at
that.
least I can't do that, right? And I can't play our wheelchair basketball. I can't,
Yes.
play our para hockey. Everything's gone. Um, so I said, well, this is one way too. I can help people is by showing, my workouts, different ways I can transfer in and out of my car, what keeps me going every day, that type of thing. So that's what kind of gave me the real push is just to help people.
Perfect. I'm the same way. I was like, after cancer, they say make a top 25 bucket list. I was like, I'll do it. I was like, you go to therapy, because I'm sorry, I had a little PTSD a little afterwards because I was so
Yeah.
focused that I was like, this can forget. I'm just focused there, right? So,
Yeah.
you know, and then after that, you're like, I was fine. What are you talking about? I was fine.
Hmm.
It's like, then you realize, I was like, yeah, that one time, not in band camp, but that one time, I was not okay because there
Yeah.
was always a young girl that would come in during my chemo, walking in, long black flowy hair. 2 hours later, walking out, long black flowy hair, like nothing phased her. And I'm going, can I sign up for that one? And here I am, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, you're not doing good. So here I am in the private room, laying on a bed for 8 hours, and I'm like, but I wanted to just walk out after 2 hours. Like, I didn't sign up for
Yeah.
this part,
Gosh.
you know? And then you're like, yeah, it's really hitting hard. And I was just like always cracking up jokes. I was like, I always referred to my nurse as Nurse Betty. She goes, my name's not Betty. I said, you're Nurse Betty.
And there's Betty.
She's always Nurse Betty. And till this day, when I ran into her a few times at the hospital, I was
Still
like,
Nurse Betty?
hey, Nurse
I
Betty. She
actually
goes, she's like, you're always going to call me that. I was like, forever.
Yeah. Actually, I had a physio Betty. She wasn't a nurse. She was a physio Betty. Yep.
So
So I had a
see,
physio Betty. Yep.
but you know how I My husband says, you have a good aura around you. So do you, because people are like, you gotta talk to Shane, or you gotta talk to me. You just gotta talk to me. You gotta talk to Shane. What is one thing that you told somebody and they go, I never thought of it that way? And you saw just your one sentence, you saw their mindset shift to the right way. Did you ever do that?
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. I think
Do you remember what you told them?
I don't. uh, I remember, like, I guess in a certain. I'm just trying to explain, like, well, I play a lot of sports, right?
Yeah.
And we deal with a lot of adaptive equipment. So when we get a new player in playing hockey or basketball, they'll jump in a sled and just kind of go, and they'll be flop. Like, well, let's go to para hockey.
Yeah.
They'll be flopping left and right. They're just
Yeah.
so I'll say, hey, if you make a little adjustment this way, a little adjustment that way, it'll bring your center of balance in, and you'll be able to sit up straight, and the light bulbs will go off, right? And you do it that way. But I don't know. To go right back to something I said to somebody, I don't really know right off the hand. I'll probably think of something as we go on, and
I
I'll
did
bring it back up. But
let me tell you, I remember my doctor said, of all the cancers, this is the good one to have. And I'm just like, excuse me? It's 6 letters that I never wanted to hear in my life.
right,
You
yeah.
just served it to me. I'm going to throw it back at you, and it's going to go in the garbage, and that's it. And she goes, are you sure? I said, I didn't make the volleyball team, but I sure did play a lot of volleyball. And she was laughing. And she goes,
Yeah.
I think you're in denial. I said, I will make you swallow those words, because at the end of it, I'll be like, there's my river, and it ain't called denial. And
it ain't denial. Yeah.
and it ain't denial.
I say that to my kids. Yeah. Denial
And
is
then
no river
when
in Egypt.
I was told I was cancer free, I made a call
yeah.
to my social worker, and I said, you remember you told me I was in denial that I had cancer? And I said, no, I was just focused that, just tell me what it is. I'm like, but you have to understand, before I was diagnosed, I was running 2 kilometers because I wanted to learn how to run for a marathon. So
okay.
me and my boyfriend, we were like, so I was just like, what do you mean? What do you mean I can't run no more? Like, what do you mean? Like, it was all these things. Like, and then when I got out of there and everything was fine, I said, I said, you can only predict, but the only person who had the answer was God. And I said, I just left it at that. And I said, I told you I would walk out of here. And I said, and then as I was leaving, she gave me a paper and I just went like this. I said, told you I threw it in the garbage. People in cancer, they ring the bell. I threw my paper in the garbage. I was just like, told you I threw it in the garbage. We're done.
Yeah.
I was like, give me a call in 6 months. I'll come back, for your regular checks or whatever, right?
So I have something that somebody said to me that made the kind of light go on a little bit. It's kind of funny. I said, okay, I met my wife. My wife was my nurse at the Stan Cassidy, right? So I met my wife in the Stan Cassidy, and after I was released out of the hospital or whatever, that's when we kind of started dating and seeing each other here and there in town, that type of thing. And then I'd come into the rehab, talk to people, and then we just kind of, started chatting and, got together and we went on a date and that kind of stuff. But after we were together for about a year or so, Rick Hansen?
Yes.
Yes, Rick Hansen came to Fredericton for a visit. He was promoting Wheels in Motion, that type of thing, and we met him. My wife and I at the time. She wasn't my wife at the time. We weren't married then. But anyways, introduced Rick. We introduced each other. I said, "This is my girlfriend, fiance at the time, and Debbie." And he looked at me. He says, "Gee." He said, met her here at the Stan Cassidy and blah, blah, blah. She was my nurse. And he goes, oh, yeah. He says his wife was his physio, I think, maybe. I can't remember. But anyways, he looked at me and said, lucky break. He's like, lucky break. Like, meaning that if I never broke my back, I would never have met my wife, never had my kids. You know what I mean? So I was just like, yeah, it stuck with me. It's like, yeah, it's kind of a lucky break because who knows where
It's
I'd be
yeah, that's
right
pretty
now.
funny. Yeah, that's true
Like,
when you
it's
say
kind
that.
of made me think. That makes you think.
Sometimes things just happen for a reason, right?
This happened for a reason. Yeah.
So beautiful people in the chat, if you have any questions, put
Yeah.
QQQ. Ask Shane questions. I'm fine with it.
Fire
Because
away. Fire away. I'm open.
yeah, Rick Hansen came to my school when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and I thought it was so cool. I said, "This guy is traveling," but I was young, so in my head,
Yeah.
this guy was traveling in his wheelchair across the world, like not
Yeah.
getting in a car to get. Like,
Yeah. Because he
but
came
I was
through our
like,
city
till
too.
this day,
Yeah.
I remember. And then after that, there was Terry Fox, like Joe
Yeah.
Board before one or the other, and he
Years
came.
before, yeah, Terry.
Yeah, and he came through Sudbury, and I was just like, this guy is running like he's not stopping. So I was moved by it, and I always say, no, my mom said it doesn't matter what you're given, you're going to make something great, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I always says that, and I always thought of my grandma because my grandma had 8 kids from 1 to 12 when her husband passed away,
Oh
and
boy.
she
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
not the breadwinner, and they had a 2-bedroom home. So my
Ooh.
grandma learned to make everything and anything from scratch. And during the pandemic, I always say thanks, Grandma, because without you, I would have probably lost my marbles. Because I was like, what did Grandma used to say? Let's do like Grandma did. Because my grandma would teach me stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was the one that would follow her in the kitchen, and she's like, you can go play. But I said, but I want to learn what you're doing. Because,
Yeah.
and so, yeah, so I always say, I've learned from my grandma that you got to be resilient somehow, right? And I was so cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, look at this. Wait. Nick P's in the house.
Oh, and Nick.
79 days. And he's going to meet this lady. And he met her when he came to Canada in May. Michael and Steve and he rearranged his schedule. So we only had, was it 8 hours, 4 hours? We crammed so much jam with Nick and my little Toyota Yaris. The poor guy was hitting his
Oh,
neck
he's.
because he's that tall. But anyways, he
Uh,
had so much fun. And
yeah.
he met a girl. Wow, because after the next day, he was taking the train to go up to BC or something, and he met a girl on a train who's
Met a
from
girl.
Germany,
Very nice.
and he's finally going to meet her up again. Yay!
Ah, I love those stories. Those are cool.
Yeah. Okay, Mike Land says, how are things going with the new puppy? Because if you don't know, he's
Pretty
got a new
good.
puppy.
Yeah, pretty good. He's sleeping through the night, which is good. So he's getting up at the same time I'm usually getting up. He's up stirs around 6:30. Little tough though, like for me for training him outside because we've had really bad weather the last. Well, we just got him a week ago,
Ooh,
and the
that's
weather's
only.
been horrible. So it's snowing and it's been freezing cold, like -20. It's just like
Yeah,
wind chill, and I'm just like, I'm not going out there.
we
like
had that
my
two
my
weeks
daughters
ago.
tell my daughters, you take them out to pee 11 o'clock at night. I'm not going out there.
So what's the
So
puppy's name? Tell the people
his
what's the
name
puppy's
is
name.
Buckles. Well, okay, it started off as Buckles because our other yellow lab, his name was Zipper. So they kind of
Oh,
want to name Buckles after Zipper, a fastener of some sort.
yeah.
And then now it kind of evolved into Buckley and Buck for short. So it's
Buckley,
just
that's my
Buckley.
favorite medicine as a child. I'm sorry.
Buckley, yeah. Oh man.
It's the best thing. My grandma used to give it to me all the time.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, Buckley's. I haven't had that in a long
Oh,
time for a reason.
sorry. Sorry, Danny. I didn't put up
Yep.
the question. I read it, but I didn't.
Yeah. So we'll say Buckley. That's his name, Buckley. Yeah, but
Okay.
that's going pretty good. I mean, he just peed in my office before you're live because
He had to make sure he was part of the interview.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was talking to him. I said, "You want to be a YouTube star? I can put you on the live." And then I
Yeah,
turned my back for a
actually,
second.
You need to start his own channel.
Well, I was thinking
Put
about
a
that.
little GoPro on his head. He's a puppy. He'll learn to get used to it.
That's me everywhere, yeah. Oh gosh,
And you can get those little, was it 360 cameras that are like literally like the size of my finger? Like it's really super small. And just Velcro on his neck and one on his head.
That'd be cool. That'd be cool to
Trust
have.
me.
Maybe, yeah. See, I didn't agree to this puppy. I'm gonna put that out there.
You were outnumbered?
I was outnumbered. The short that I put on, it was literally, that's like authentic. I had no idea they were getting this puppy because puppies came up at the SPCA, but they went so fast, right? And there's a couple left, and I said no puppy. I said no puppy right now. If we're gonna get one, wait till the spring so I can take it out and do stuff, right? And she's, my wife and daughter and son came back, and they're like, yeah, the dog that we wanted was gone. So a couple of days went by. They're acting kind of funny. They're kind of giggling at me and stuff like that. I was like, what's so funny? What's going on? What are you guys up to? I just never clued in. And they went. And here I was at work, or at home. I work from home. So I was working away. It was like around 2:00 in the afternoon. And my son knocks on the door. He comes in. I turn around. He's got this puppy in his arms. I'm like, who's his dad? He goes, Merry Christmas. I was like, what? Who's his dad? So I was just like total surprise, shock. And I was like, no, it's like, seriously, no, we can't. I was like, and then all of a sudden he put the puppy in my arms and started licking my face. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah.
The reason why I'm banned from the Humane Society, because I'll just bring them all home.
Bring them all home. That's like my wife. Yeah.
I don't care if it's a lizard, a bird. I won't do hamsters, but I would still bring it home to find a home for it, you know? So, ta-da,
No,
there's a puppy.
Ta-da, there's a puppy. Yeah, exactly.
Ta-da, Christmas is delayed. Sorry.
Delayed, yeah.
You know, it happens.
Yeah.
There's Christmas in July.
Good. I mean, it's a puppy. He likes to chew, and he naps a lot. Excuse me, he naps a lot. So we're training him. When I say bed, he'll go to his bed and sit and stay there.
Do you want to tell the people what kind of puppy did you get?
He's a mix of yellow lab, and it looks like a little bit of pit bull terrier in him as well.
Oh, he's gonna look cute.
Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, he's long and lanky, so he'll be probably medium to large size dog. Yeah.
Oh yeah, put those videos; it'll be viral. He'll be like,
yeah.
Are you ready to unbuckle with buckle? Or, you know,
yeah.
Are you like let loose with buckle? Hey, let loose is my favorite.
Let loose with buckle. That's a good one. That's good. Like
I used to do let loose Thursdays. There's a reason why.
Yes, that's right. I remember those let loose Thursdays.
I'm always saying, you ask me, I'm good with the slogans. I'm good with the ideas.
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
I got it. Okay. Do you have something to drink?
Yep. What do you got?
Cheers. Can I have
cheers.
Mandatory cheers. Okay. I'm going to put a 2-minute timer. That's my favorite part.
Ah.
My favorite part. Okay.
What if I swear? If I don't get an answer, if I swear by mistake, it's okay?
I'm French Canadian. I'll pretend I didn't understand the English word.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. No, I'm joking.
Okay. See, 2 minutes on the clock. So it's. I'll give you an example. I'll say shoes or flip flops, and then you'll be like shoes, flip flops, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So it's very simple.
How many questions is there? Like, do I have a goal?
As many as I can. As many as I can cram.
Okay.
What are you talking about? Okay. So I'll go everywhere. So you told me no holds bar. I didn't even write these down. I was practicing at work. So hopefully I remember my list because I left it at work. So, okay, you ready, beautiful people? Michael, after this, I'll bring you
nervous.
Don't be nervous. It's fun. It's fun.
I'm starting a game or something like.
Okay. Shower or bath?
Shower.
Long hair or short hair on your wife?
Ooh. On who?
On your wife. What do you prefer?
Long.
Long hair. Okay. Who's your favorite? The son or the daughter?
Ooh. Okay, no one's listening, so No.
He's like,
The puppy right now.
see, these get interesting, people. Book or audiobook?
Neither. Movies.
Ah! What's your favorite type of movie?
Ooh, I like a good drama.
Ah, drama. Favorite drama?
Oh, I'd say Shawshank Redemption is a good one.
Favorite actor?
Ooh, I got a lot, but I'd say probably growing up would be Arnold Schwarzenegger would be my favorite
Favorite
actor.
actress?
Ooh, uh, gosh, I think Ashley Judd's great.
Okay. What's the song
Yeah.
that's always stuck in your head when you're bored?
Tiny Dancer by Elton John.
Yes! Mine is ABBA. Waterloo, Waterloo.
I'll just blur it out. My kids will be watching TV or doing something. I just start singing it, and they're like, "Dad."
Underwater or overwater?
Underwater or overwater? I'll go overwater.
Okay. Car or plane?
Car.
Car? Ooh, those ones. 2 minutes is up. I want to know
That
where
was too
you're going.
short. We got to go another 4 or 5.
Oh, well, I'll go another 2. Here we go. I'll do
Oh,
it
that's
again.
fun. Yeah.
Crayons or markers?
Crayons.
Winter or summer?
Summer.
Hockey or basketball?
Ooh. I have to go hockey.
Red peppers or green peppers?
Red. Mm.
People pay attention.
Yeah. I know where you're going
Okay,
with that.
question. Would you rather bench press, like laying down, or would you prefer the pulling up bar thing?
Oh, the pulling up bar. So nice, so good. It stretches you out.
Yeah, stretches
I
the
just
back.
love that. Yeah, good stretch.
And if you were to change the world with 3 words, what would it be?
3 words. It's a pressure on me. 3 words. I used to have long hair. I did used to have long hair. Yeah. I don't know. I'm on a blank now. Change the world. John Lennon. Trying to think of what something he would have said.
John Lennon? That's 2
Oh, I'm
words.
trying to think
One more word.
I don't know.
Time is
Peace,
ticking.
love, and happiness. Peace, love, and happiness.
There you
is
go.
good.
Peace, love, and happiness. Yeah. Hi, Scott. Do you miss running, or do you get that same feeling when you're playing basketball on your wheelchair?
I don't miss running at all. I wasn't much of a runner to begin with. I can run
You
short
have to run to
distances.
play. Yeah, it's kind of stamina run for baseball, hockey, whatever.
Yeah, baseball and stuff. Yeah.
I have a question. Will you ever be an Olympian?
It's a possibility. It's never too late. That's one thing with wheelchair sports is that I can, like right now, if I could go into archery and go into Paralympics because I just tried archery not too long ago, and I liked it.
Steve and I have our own foldable bow and arrow. Have a bow and arrow, we'll travel. Love archery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, us girls have an issue though, because our shoulders are kind of stick out more. So you gotta learn to push it in. It's just how we're built, you know. You guys stole our rib and now our arms are little. Pizza or tacos, Michael Ann says. Pizza or tacos?
Pizza all day.
Pineapples or no pineapples?
No pineapples.
Ham or pepperoni?
Pardon me?
Ham or pepperoni?
Ham.
Ham or bacon?
Ooh, no, I'll go ham.
He's the ham guy? No pineapples. With that, we're going to say, Scott! Hello, Scott! We're going to bring in Michael Land. Woo!
Oh,
Okay, good question.
Hey.
that was a good.
And where would you like to travel to that you haven't?
Oh gosh, I'd love to go to like to Australia. I'd love to do like Europe and places like that. I'd like to go over to Italy, all kinds of stuff like there. I mean, I've gone to Japan a couple times for basketball. I've gone to Brazil once for
You went to
basketball.
Japan?
Yeah, I love Japan.
Have
That was back
Chopsticks
in
Will Travel. That's the name of my book. Have Chopsticks
What
Will
is it?
Travel.
Oh yeah,
Well,
yeah.
whenever
Oh
my memoirs will be called Have Chopsticks Will Travel.
yeah.
Because I ate in Italy with chopsticks. I ate. Now I finally own my own dinner. So
But yeah, I'd like to do some. Yeah, I don't know. I like to get over there, but it's just the thought of flying over the ocean again. I mean, I did
Look at this.
to Japan.
Go ahead.
Oh, movies or YouTube? Movies. Halloween. But
Yes.
but Christmas really. But I like Christmas too. I like the spirit of Christmas. Like
Scott or Michael Land? We got to know which one. Scott or Michael Land?
Michael Ann.
I think I've known him longer, Scott.
Sorry, Scott. Michael Land's known Shane a little longer, so I think she wins.
Yeah.
So, beautiful people who just came in, thanks for coming in. Hi, Kimberly. So, quick question.
Yeah.
What did Shane used to make after his morning workouts on his morning lives? Other than coffee, because he had to always have his coffee first.
Yeah.
But what would he have afterwards? If you know, drop it in chat. If not, take a guess. It's a morning food. I might have given you clues along the way. And I don't know. I'm like, this might be inspiration. We're twinsies. So where do you want to see your YouTube channel go in the next 5 years?
Oh, I like to see it hit 10K at least, just because I think that's more people that subscribe or drop in, the more I can help people, right? So it's let's see it grow.
Like,
Shakes.
thanks, Danny. Danny chose Scott too. Chicken nuggets.
Does
I like how you think for breakfast.
I was
Yeah.
looking to see if I still had the plastic one, but I don't think I do.
Chicken soup. I like how you're thinking it. Well, if Busby
getting
would
close, the chicken.
If Busby would be here, you speak to Busby, right?
Yeah.
I was like, if Busby be here, he'd be dropping some answer. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Shane, tell people, what did you used to cook live after your morning workouts?
It wasn't a chicken, but it was an omelet, spinach, egg is omelet with spinach, salt and pepper. And
Spinach, salt, and pepper, and her
Red peppers.
red peppers.
red.
They had to be red.
Sometimes if I had yellow, I never use green. I like yellow,
No.
mostly red, but if there's yellow, I'll put yellow in there.
Yeah, I remember one time he goes, "There's no red. I'm gonna have to take yellow today." It was just like the whole disappointment. He was like,
Yeah, my day was
Well,
shot. I was just whole
he was
shot
just
right
like-
there.
"I gotta put fuel. I guess I'll put it in yellow fuel."
Yeah, but
It's
yellow
like
gets
putting-
camouflaged in the egg, whereas red stands out.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and I still
Thank you
to
for-
this still same breakfast. I put
Some
egg white,
people
put
are
egg,
habit people.
Yeah, egg white. Add egg white, and then I put my
Yeah.
spinach on, and salt and pepper. I haven't put pepper. I haven't put red peppers in. It's lazy to cut them up. It's so, but yeah. Yep.
So beautiful people, send him some red pepper seeds so he can grow some in his backyard. I'm just saying.
Yep. We get those pepper plants in the summer. Those are great.
Mm-hmm. Have you
Yeah.
heard of what's it called from Tennessee? Evergreen? You stack them up?
No.
Yeah. That'd be good. You'd enjoy that because it comes in
Yeah.
sections and you can just stack it as high as you need, right?
Oh,
Right. Yeah.
I know
What's
what
it
you're
called?
talking
Look
about.
at look.
I was just watching a. She was just
It's in my email. It's in my
She just
email.
had one in Acre Homestead. She was cleaning one out
Yes.
today.
Let me just write
Yeah.
green
Look at that.
green stock. Is it green?
Green stock. Yep.
Green stock. Yeah, green stock. It's a mom and pop shop from Tennessee. I always
Yeah.
like to support mom and pop shops. I don't like the big giant. I don't like those. I like to try to support the little local stuff. So
They're cool for a small area, and then
Mhm.
also they stack up. So with all the different, you can put your different plants in. So it's not all the way down on the ground. It's
and
still
and the selling point is now it comes in color, it comes in flat or basket weave. So they're upping their game, people. They're upping their game.
holy crap.
160 kilometers away. Woo! Good job, Danny.
Oh, good. That's nice. You'll get that in no time.
Yeah. Danny's on a roll.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you putting more stuff on Instagram, Facebook, or are you still enjoying your YouTube more? What do you prefer?
I haven't been doing a whole lot with Instagram.
I noticed.
Yeah, I've like since I'm trying to think since my kids started university, it's been busier now than it was when they were in high school, because the high school, they had a bus to come pick them up and take them to school. Now I got to take them to school in the morning. So I haven't been doing my morning workouts. I haven't been doing many lives, and it's just been busy. I have started making some videos and shorts, so that I'm going to gradually post on YouTube and just kind of focus on YouTube. And I'll post my like for Facebook, I'll post like our sports stuff, our tournament wins and traveling, that type of thing, and that stuff. But yeah, Instagram, I never really did a whole lot. I should get back into that too. But yeah,
So I have
mostly
a
focus
question.
on YouTube.
I have a question. Did you ever kids say, "Dad, I want to be with you on your YouTube channel," or not?
No,
They're
can
like,
never get them
no.
on.
They're
They
like,
did when
that's
they're
an old.
younger.
Yeah, they're like, that's an
Yeah.
old thing.
Yeah, when they're not really into the TikTok or the Instagram either. Like we have our group chats for like, the kids and the mother and I, Debbie
Mhm.
and I. So a family group chat, so we can connect and find out where they are when they need to be picked up, that type of thing. But they used to do a lot of videoing for me when I first started, which is great because we'd have some fun, right? We'd have
Yeah.
fun. They'd say, especially Max, he'd make these snarky one-liners or whatever like that, or something like that. Just funny. So
It's like,
but
Dad,
now,
try this. Try this.
yeah, exactly. He said, yeah, it's things like that. And now that they're older and they got lives of their own and off with their friends and stuff, so in school, it's just me doing it.
So
I
tell the
mean,
people, you do basketball, you do
yep,
hockey,
yep,
you do cycling,
yep.
skiing,
Cross country skiing, yep.
archery.
Just archery once. I only tried it once, like a few weeks. Well,
Trust
would have
me,
been a
he's
couple
going to
months
do it
ago.
more. Trust me. I know him.
Yeah.
What else do we do?
I like doing everything, like anything to do with physical activity, weightlifting. I do a lot of gym stuff. Yeah. I love swimming. Like, I love swimming.
Yeah.
I just look in the backyard every summer. I'm like, we could really use a pool here in my backyard, but my wife is like, no. I was like, come on, I need a pool. But
You do
I
canoeing
just
or kayaking at the cottage.
I love the
Yeah.
kayak.
Yeah.
Anything outdoors that keeps me moving. Like I mostly do the same stuff I did before I was injured, except I just do it sitting down most times now, right?
So
Like,
the injury didn't change you whatsoever. You're like, no, I ain't changing
no,
nothing.
I was as
Yeah.
active in sports and outgoing with anything and everything when I was a kid growing up to that point. I just had a bit of a setback where I had to figure things out. I met some right people here, the right people in Fredericton. They came to see me in the Stan Cassidy. One guy was a gold medalist, Paralympian, wheelchair basketball star. Lived right
Nice.
in my city. So he
Whoa.
basically took me under his wing with a couple other fellas and said, hey, come play wheelchair ball in the Fredericton team. So we did that, and I got hooked just with the community and he trained with him, and we trained like pro athletes. I went to
Yeah.
Team Canada and played with those guys, Team Canada, for 5 or 6 years. And like I said, traveled the world playing basketball, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, quick question: can we ask the audience, what do you think that Shane does for a living?
I got to figure out what I got. I got to figure out
Please,
what I
please
do.
don't tell me he's a chef, because I'll be like, we're moving in. Steve, I find the chef.
Far from that.
What do people think? What do
I'm the
people
guy that's
think?
like, I could cook a meal in the kitchen, or I could just go throw it on the barbecue. I'm going to go throw it on the barbecue. I like cooking breakfast. I love cooking breakfast. I love breakfast. I cook a nice breakfast. But anything else like that, it's just like, I'll go barbecue it. Throw it on the barbecue. It's easier.
Oh, it's not the Instapot now, and what's the other one?
Air fryer.
Air fryer. I was like, what's it
Oh,
called?
yeah. I know. I really haven't used that too much. No, I haven't.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was like, we're old school people. We still love the smell of propane, people.
Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah.
Okay, my guess is you're an accountant.
Okay.
My client,
No.
what's your guess? I know he's not a house builder.
It's something he does on computers because he has his office and his computer out there.
Well, that's why I said
Yeah.
accountant. It's easier on the computer, and you can do anywhere.
I don't know.
You want a hint?
Sure.
You want a hint? Okay. I'm trying to think of a hint that not to
You
give
work
it away.
locally, internationally, provincially.
I work provincially, and I deal with all kinds of. Okay. I help keep the lights on.
I know what it is.
I'm a part of it. I'm not the biggest part of it, but could be a critical part of it.
Us, it's called Enbridge, but I don't know if it's called Enbridge in New Brunswick.
Oh yeah. I work for a utility, public utility, NB
Okay.
Power. Yeah.
Okay, NB Power. So I
company.
was going to say the
Yeah.
Enbridge gas, but I didn't know if it was gas or.
Yeah. So I deal with a lot of
Nice.
materials. Like I work with the power plants, and for not procuring. I wasn't procurement previous, but I took a new role on about 5 or 6 years ago to help track down missing materials for projects and things that they have scheduled to keep the plants going.
Even Danny's like, he's got to be a financial person who can do it online.
Yeah, I love finance. I love spreadsheets and money. I love.
He turns light bulbs.
I turn light bulbs.
Scott, you're killing me.
See that one up there?
Yeah.
I can't reach that one up there.
You don't have the Super Lifter 5000 on your wheelchair.
I don't.
My God, we got to invest in it.
But there is a guy that I know designed a wheelchair that can lift you up. When I played Team Canada ball with, he designed a chair where it's hydraulic, that it'll lift you up like probably maybe 8 or 9 inches, I guess. Like if you're in the grocery store and you want to get something off not top shelf, but one of the higher shelves, you just press the
I
button.
feel your pain. I'm short. I'm short already, and I'm not even 50, so I get it. I'm like, even Danny's like, that's cool. Lights on, lights off, lights on, lights off.
Lights on, lights off.
No. He's used to game on, game off. This one.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. If you know, you know. If you don't, that means you probably don't play hockey in the road. Game on.
No, game on. Car.
Yeah, see, Danny goes, I'm only 4'9". I get it. I was like, yeah.
I
get it. I've made a lot of friends. It's like, excuse me. I know you seem busy shopping. Can I bother you for 17 seconds? Can you reach 4 of those for me? It's like, I'll say thank you, but if you let me, I'll pinch your cheeks. And they're like, thank you. And I had an old guy, he's like, pinch away, girl. I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, was Galveston that they weren't very friendly about sheep pinching.
Yeah, those little cheeky monkeys were not nice. But they were young, that's why. They're like,
You're like,
"Mom, he wants me to pinch him." But yeah, I'm like, so, question. What have you not done that you still have on your bucket list to do?
Oh, what have I not done? I always wanted to jump out of a plane with a parachute, skydiving.
What?
Yeah, I always wanted to, and I don't know if I would. It's kind of because like I'm a general adrenaline junkie. Like I love roller coasters too. Like I'll go. Like we went to Sandusky, Ohio, years back, and Top Thrill Dragster was the fastest roller coaster in the world at that time. And we're in Windsor, Ontario, and I read about this, and I'm like, yeah, we got to go. My wife was like, we got to go to this roller coaster. We're making the trip to Ohio to get on this roller coaster, and we did it like 4 times, and I was like, the best.
You
So
didn't go to
yeah,
Wonderland when you're in Toronto?
we did go to Wonderland the last time we were there, but
You didn't call us. It's so close.
and yeah, so but yeah, I think I'd. And they said travel, like get to Australia, do that thing, and go to like Italy, see the, all the
I'm
sites
just going to
there.
tell you, if you go to Italy, if you go to Siena,
Yeah.
that's like steep hills like this, that the chairs are cut like this, and the other legs are cut like that.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Because the hills are so steep. And I was like,
Wow.
no wonder these people squat versus sit on a toilet seat, because they have calves that steal. So yeah.
Yeah.
I ate 7-course meal for 2 weeks, and I lost 15 pounds.
Oh
Just
wow.
because of the walking on the steep stuff. And I was like, we were there 2 days, and I was like, I put probably 25,000 steps every day, and I was like, oh God, this is so nice.
Have you gone to Old Quebec? Ever gone?
Not yet.
Pretty steep hills there too. Yeah.
I went there for 2 hours, so I don't really count it because it was a good stop. We went for supper, and I walked that to the bus, and that was it.
Yeah.
But in Quebec, that's where Chocolat Favori is. That's my favorite chocolate. Please insert Canadian product here.
Yeah.
Chocolat Favori. Michael is like, let me get Chocolat Favori. I have a whole box in my car right now for M25. I gave Michael Ann a gift of one. It's like a little mini fondue in a can, but it's just chocolate.
Oh, yum.
Yeah,
how far apart do you guys live?
But if you go to the store in Quebec, there's one in Guelph, and there's a few other ones, you can get ice cream dipped in this. And they make it small to like literally the extra large is this big. I'm not lying.
Gosh.
I don't know where I put it. I thought it was back there.
That's one of my weaknesses is chocolate.
Oh my God. Backstage, I'll send you to the lake and you'll be like, oh my God. Our farm boy finally have some on their shelves. And I said, they're half price. Is this a Valentine's Day special? And I'm like, he goes, how many did you get? I said, well, it's chocolate. I'm like,
come in if you want to be on YouTube live. Someone's knocking on my door.
Well, this has been the thing this week.
Oh, see, that's Steve's favorite too.
Is that after 8?
After 8.
Those don't last long here.
Leftovers from Christmas, and they're on for $2 a box at No Frill.
They're like 4 at a time.
Yep.
Well, Cass is in the house. Hi, Cass.
The box went in one evening.
Oh yeah.
Vienna waits for you. Vienna's beautiful. Firenze?
Green Beaver?
Oh, we didn't talk about Green Beaver. Shame.
Green Beaver. I don't know who Green Beaver is. No.
Well, you can't be Canadian and know me and not know who Green Beaver is.
Green Beaver?
Green Beaver is a Canadian product.
Okay.
Made in Hawkesbury, Ontario.
Yeah.
And because of my chemo, my sense of smell, and I became very allergic to perfumes and stuff. My aunt went at us to water, so I couldn't wear the nice fancy stuff. So I had to learn how to live a unscented, unreactive world until I could gradually introduce scents back in my, reacting body. And I stumbled upon Green Beaver. And they used everything is natural. And I'm obsessed. They do the soap, deodorant, toothbrush, lip chap, suntan lotion. I was like, please make me a sponsored person. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
rub my face on the Green Beaver. Like, come on, people.
I've got the lip balm and the sunscreen.
Sunscreen one. And it's wonderful. And they're ocean safe, so the reef safe. So
Right.
yeah.
I've never heard of Green Beaver.
So forget about your copper tone or whatever. Just support local.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Cat. Well, what is that thing called that sees their shadow?
Willie.
Wyerton Willie. Yeah,
Wyerton Willie.
On a groundhog near her house. So he's like, here's a paycheck for another 6 weeks more of winter. Yeah.
Wyerton Willie did not see a shadow.
See, look. She goes, I have the lip balm. It's fabulous. What flavor do you have again?
Pardon me?
No, I was asking Danny. She goes, I have the lip balm. I said, what flavor do you have again?
Mine's chocolate.
What was your daughter saying?
Oh, my daughter was saying that we have a groundhog here in New Brunswick too, right?
Yeah.
In our area that they do every year. But my daughter just telling me that now there's a lobster. They said, I think it's in Nova Scotia.
Sign me up.
Lobster didn't see their shadow, so it's going to be in early spring. But the groundhog did see a shadow, so it's going to be an extra 6 weeks. But my daughter said the lobster has not been wrong in 6 years. The groundhog has been wrong.
Yes.
The lobster hasn't been wrong. So I don't know. Believe the lobster or groundhog? I can't see a lobster seeing a shadow, but I'm not buying the lobster. But I don't know.
I love
it. First time I heard of it.
Oh, the water's cold. They're going to be down low.
Yeah, you think so. Unless they get the lobster in the tank in the grocery store. I don't know how they'd see a shadow.
Can I just tell you, because I'm going back to Green Beaver, the two people that invented it was a couple. And they're like, why is there so many? And one of them is a chemist, or both of them are a chemist or mathematician, chemist, like in that very smart ream. And they're like, I bet we can make this without all these products. Hence, Green Beaver came out.
Beauty.
So it's all natural. So
Canadian
born.
Canadian made by Canadian.
Yeah. It's 100% every sticker you could put on it. Ding, 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 ding. You know? Yeah. So Shane, quick question.
Yep.
Would you do the 2-minute test question again?
The 2-minute test? Sure, yeah.
The 2-minute speed testing question thing with me.
Sure, I'll do it again.
What, was that hard? I'm going to try to turn these into shorts. That's why the whole point of it to be fast.
Okay.
But yeah. And Shane, who would you like me to interview next?
I don't know. Have you ever? I'm sure you probably interviewed Kenny before. Have you interviewed Kenny?
I brought him to the Ripley's Aquarium in Toronto.
Oh, okay. Jeez, yeah.
You didn't hear about that saga?
No, I didn't.
Well, okay, put it this way. Steve and I were supposed to leave in our SUV. The SUV didn't, all of a sudden had this huge thing. It didn't start. We're like, what's happening? I was supposed to be in Toronto at a certain time. I was supposed to be in Sarnia at a certain time to pick up my gland. Everything was delayed because I had to run to the Enterprise Rent-A-Car to rent a car while we dealt with this issue with the car for 12 hours. And we're like, screw it. We're just going to rent a car. Went to Michigan, picked up Kenny, drove him all the way back to Toronto. met up with Coco from Montreal in Toronto. And we met up with Rob from Brampton. And then we're all filming. He had his first beaver tail.
Oh, yes.
Because after the cruise, because he went on the cruise for helping us for cruising, and he's like, there's all this whole animal kingdom underneath the ship. And we're like, yeah. So we brought him to Ripley's to show him what's underneath. And he was like, whoa,
Wow, yeah. We
yeah.
went there too. Yeah.
And he went to Tim Hortons. All the girls were hitting on him. He got free drinks, free donuts. He was like, I only wanted a coffee, and here I'd be like 4 or 5 things. And he enjoyed it. He enjoyed poutine from Harvey's. We made him all Canadian. Good. He was just like, he was almost talking Canadian by the end.
A at the end of every. When we got to Toronto in the summer, they had a poutine festival going on there. And
Glenn and I like the poutine fest.
Yeah, we just happened to run into it, like literally drove into it. It was like, what's going on here? So we parked and we had cover bands, had Kiss cover band and a Queen tribute band playing. It was rocking. Yeah, so I made a YouTube video on that. It's posted. But yeah, it was a great time.
There's actually in Ontario, there's a poutine feast. Feast. It goes across the whole province.
Oh,
that's
really?
how we're obsessed with poutine.
End of May, beginning of June, it comes to town here.
It starts getting warm.
Yeah.
Me and Steve will come down for 3 in a row now.
Yeah, maybe our 3rd. 1, 2. Yeah, it's gonna be the third or fourth. Fourth one. We're diehards now.
First time you guys were alone. Second time you brought your friend. Third time the 3 of us.
Yeah. So yeah, we're professionals now. The host announcer knows us by. I was like, I'm not from Sarnia, but they think I am, so I love it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm from Sarnia.
We had the new Sarnia sign last year. That was an exciting thing.
Yeah. So, it's pretty cool. What's your favorite food to eat that's Canadian? That's a good question. I never thought of asking you before.
Jumpins. I don't know. Like I said, I love pizza. I love pizza. Steak on the barbecue. Yeah, I just love barbecuing too. I love catching. I fish. I love catching and cooking my fish.
Nice.
At the lake, catch my fish and then I bring it up to the deck and throw it in the barbecue.
Okay, so can I bring my teardrop? Pizza. Can I bring my teardrop to your house when we go fishing?
Sure.
I'm set up. There we go.
Go.
That's all I want to do. During COVID, my fishing license expired, and I'm like, because I couldn't go everywhere I wanted to go.
I just need to go to the Maritimes again because I need to do Nova Scotia and Newfoundland as well.
I gotta go to Newfoundland. Gotta see Nan Fudge before she passes away.
I haven't even been to Newfoundland yet. I've never been to Newfoundland.
But I have a question. Have you had those? What are they called? They're like, what are they called? First time I went to the ocean when I was in New Brunswick.
Periwinkles?
I don't know. They're like, it looks like crabs, but they're not crabs and they're not spiders. I don't know. Anyways, I asked this guy, I said, is this private property? He goes, no. I said, because I want to go swim in the ocean. He's like, welcome to Ontario Street. I was like, I'm in Nova Scotia. And they're like, welcome to Ontario.
Nova Scotia, Ontario Street.
Because everybody on the street was from Ontario. And he saw our license plate was from Ontario. He's like, come on over.
Ontario,
And then everybody was like, ah. So I was like, and this kid goes, let me show you. It's some kind of little baby crab. It was like hermit crab. Is that it? It's
hermit crabs. Yeah, okay, hermit crabs. Yeah.
And he puts it in my hand, and I'm like, what the?
Oh, like the ones we seen in Murdoch's in Galveston?
Yes. But they were small, like super small.
There were hundreds of them.
Yeah, they're really tiny.
And I was like, oh my God, it's like a spider. Oh, but it's not going to bite me, is it? And the kid's like, no. I was like, do you eat these? He's like, no. I was like, oh, okay. And he goes, she's from Ontario. So the little boy was educating me on what I was like, so where's this That's Dulce, how do you say it? That red seaweed that you can eat. Said, so do I find it here?
Dulce, yeah, the
And
dulce.
the kid goes, no, you find it at the store.
So yeah, you don't go picking.
He was like, you don't find it here, just find it at the store.
Yeah.
He wouldn't tell me where to find it because he didn't want me to, bring a whole bag back home, right?
Yeah. That's one thing I can't eat is a dulce. I just don't.
Oh, it's delicious.
Not for me.
You crumple it up over mashed potatoes. Oh, next
I haven't
level.
did that. No,
It's
I've never
next
done that.
level.
Yeah,
Baked
I'm gonna try
potato.
that then.
Oh,
I'm gonna try that because before it was just like grab it out of the bag and
oh,
chew on it.
Danny says there. She's gonna say it. This food is gonna make.
It's a Kenny line, right? I was there for that when Kenny said that.
You were there. Michael and I were sleeping that day.
I was there, yeah, when he first said it.
Hey,
Like,
Danny, somebody was there when Kenny and I were laughing hard. It was.
It was hilarious. Yeah.
I've never been so cracked up in my life. I had never heard that. And ever since then, I see everything. Slap your mama, slap your things. I was like, everything's slapping everything. Like,
yeah.
I was like, thanks, Kenny. You ruined it all for me. Now everything is slap everything. Well, Shane, it was a pleasure. Shane, I know I'm finishing this a bit early, but for Shane, it's a little later than it is for me. And he is an early riser like I am, so I get it.
Yeah, it's almost 20 after 10 here on the East Coast.
Beautiful people, if you're in the chat, share some love with Shane. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you so much for having me. It was fun. Yeah, it was fun.
And you know what, Shane? I'm glad that you did start your channel because I enjoy it. And you know
thanks.
What? You motivate me. And when you were doing your channel, I was always thinking of, because I know some people always like, I hope because you say, oh, check these people out. And somebody actually came back to me and said, I actually did watch that channel. I was like, yes.
Awesome. Yeah.
So thanks for inspiring somebody in my area that you probably don't know.
I'm glad.
You're inspiring somebody who might be eventually on your hockey team one day. So.
Hey, that's what I'm doing. I'm recruiting. No.
Yep. I'm telling you, the whole family is sports. So, well, thank you so much, Kimberly. And here on our channel,
My pleasure.
we just dropped some green love and Shane, before we leave, we got your channel. Any other way other than YouTube? We find you on Facebook. How?
It's my name, Shane Dunnett.
So just Shane Dunnett.
Yep.
Here, I'll put it in the chat. There we go. That's on Facebook.
Instagram. I think Instagram and ParaLife TV on Instagram.
Yeah.
We got two on Instagram.
Instagram.
Shane something, and then the other one is ParaLife. So I was like, which one do I send it to?
ParaLife TV, and then the other one.
I don't even know I have two.
I gotcha. I did my research.
That's how up to par I am on my own stuff here.
And if you have questions, don't be afraid. Leave a question in one of his videos. Put a green heart. He'll be like, oh, that's a question they didn't get to ask on V's channel. Because you know what?
Yep,
I always like to support. Thank you, Danny. Yep. Look at this. This is YouTube. There we go.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, she just joined the Facebook group.
Woo.
Look at that. There we go. Make it happen. That's all I say. And before we leave, would you like to read my beautiful, beautiful banner? Because this is what I like to tell people.
Oh, that's nice.
Can you read it out loud?
Thank you for being beautiful from the inside and out. I like it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And it was a pleasure. Stay in the basement. I'll get back to you in 2 seconds. You too, Michael Ann. Beautiful people, I appreciate for you being here. Please drop Shane a comment, a like. You know all the drill. And don't let life throw a wrench at you. Just use it, pick it up, fix your car, and keep going. And that's it, folks. See you the next time. Next one will be probably an interview as well. Not going to tell you who. I'm starting an interview series. Keep on dragging. Bye, beautiful people.